We go live. Actually, I'm just gonna go live.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna go live. Here we go. And
Okay.
3, 2, 1. It says we're live. All right. The first question I wanted to ask is how the heck I'm supposed to say your name because I always screw that up.
Yeah. So it's Yashraj Mukhate.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yeshraj
Yashraj
Mukhate.
Mukhate.
Go
Mukhate.
live.
Mukhate.
Actually, I'm just gonna go
Te.
live.
Oh,
Here,
yeah,
I'm gonna go live. Here we go.
Yeah. You
Doubling
can
up.
you can say Mukhate. It's fine.
No. I want to get it. Can I try it again? Can you say it again? It's
Mukhate.
mukhat mukhate.
Mukhate. It don't. You know what
Yeah.
it?
This is fine. This is
This
good.
is fine.
It,
Okay.
ironically, this is gonna sound stupid, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Ironically, it almost sounds like the way I would pronounce a name of a Native American person, Mukate. You know,
Mukhate.
it almost sounds like a warrior name.
Yeah, it does. It's a really
It's
cool
a
name.
unique surname here. Even here, it's like I'm the only Mukhate in the world. There's no other. Like, my family is the only Mukhate.
Where is it? Where is it from? Or like, where's your family from?
I actually don't know. It's somewhere from South India, and it is a combination of some South Indian people and some Christians. So there's some, I don't know the exact detail, but yeah, we are the only Mukhates in the world.
That's crazy. That's so cool. That's
Okay,
awesome.
so
Yeah.
Achar has been very excited to ask you about. I apologize for that sound, by the way. There's like a guy leaf blowing like right outside the window.
Oh, I did not hear anything.
Okay, well,
Okay,
good.
good,
Maybe
good,
the Zoom,
good.
maybe Zoom is working in our favor.
Noise cancellation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, go ahead. You wanted to ask him something.
Well, because you said you had mentioned, I think this was when we were still offline, that you were a longtime subscriber of the channel, and when we first did a reaction to one of your songs, it was the one with, God, I
Money
forgot.
doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah, Money Doesn't Matter. That really amazingly weird guru guy, and someone was like, oh my God, did you know that he left a comment on one of your videos like years ago, and then they had
Oh,
screen grabbed it, and then,
all right.
and then we saw it and we are like, holy shit, like this is real. This isn't someone just pulling our leg. Like it literally says YASHRAJ MUKHATE.
Mukate.
And then and it
Oh,
was
I
it
need
was
to see the comment now.
it was on the video where Jabby was basically complaining about negative comments, right? And then you were like,
Oh,
well, why don't you just focus on the positive ones or something?
oh,
and
I'm
then
so
and
sorry,
then
Jabby.
No. It's
no,
fine. This
because
is
then
like so long ago.
no,
I don't even
and then
remember it.
Jabby
Yeah.
left a really
Yeah,
weird
I don't
comment
remember.
back, like
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. It was him just being facetious. This was him during his like, I get really, um bogged down by people's negative comments at me, and now he doesn't really care as much. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just so weird that, like, oh my God, you've been following
Yeah, because
us.
I've been your subscriber for a very long time, and from the time where there was, I think there used to be Hope with Jabby. Then
Yes.
there used to be
And then Hope.
Akira, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's
From the
wow.
I
This is
saw the one that was, yeah. So those were the first few videos, and then of course you. So yes, I really enjoy this channel.
Oh,
yeah. That was God. That you're not kidding. Sometimes people say that they've been subscriber for a long time, and then they say, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I've been your subscriber for like 10 years. I'm like, I wasn't even making videos 10 years ago. What are you talking about?
yeah,
But when you
yeah.
call out very specific things, I'm like, oh my God, this person's not kidding. So how did
Yeah.
you because you what you're doing now isn't something you studied for, right? Like,
yeah, because you're an
Yeah.
engineer, right?
so how did you get into
Right.
this?
Oh, you know about me?
I mean, what very little I could find out about you from the
Yeah.
internet, I'm like, the internet says you're 25 years old and
Yeah.
that you're an engineer, or you were an engineer, and then now you do like parody songs on YouTube. I'm like, cool.
Yeah. So yes, I'm by education. I'm an engineer, electronics and telecommunication engineer, and I always wanted to do music from childhood because my father is also he also sings. He's also
Oh,
not professionally trained,
Mm.
but yes, while growing up, I was listening to a lot of music, and I always wanted to do something in this. But for my mother asked me to complete my degree, and she was like, "You should have a plan B. Let's do your degree first, complete it, and then you can do with your music." So that's what I did. Like 3 years ago, I finished my degree course, and after that, I'm doing music professionally from last 3 years. And yes, now I make music. I make these parody videos, and I also compose songs, original songs. I do jingles and other stuff also.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
I just found it. It took
Okay.
me a minute. I just found it. It says, this is from 4 years
Yeah.
ago. YASHRAJ MUKHATE. He says, reading out negative comments, why don't you take some time to read out the positive comments, which we put on every video
Oh,
of
no.
yours? This
Oh,
indignant
yeah.
subscriber, YASHRAJ MUKHATE. and then I
God,
responded.
that was the time when I was just I used to comment on everything,
Oh, really?
Aw.
all the videos.
Yeah, now you're busy.
Now you're like, dude, I have like 4 times as many subscribers as you. I don't think I have the time anymore.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, you've
You.
got
Oh
like
my God.
four.
You.
You've got like 4 point something million subscribers. That's wild.
Yeah.
And you get
Yeah.
like so
That has
many
just happened
views.
from last year. Like one of my videos went viral, and after that, this has happened.
Did you have any idea, like when you were making your songs, like, because what's really curious to me is like, how do you pick something to make a song on, and when you do it, do you have any idea that it might go viral?
Absolutely not. Like exactly a year ago, at this time, I think I was at 6,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
This time last year,
And
you said?
Wow.
this time last year, I was at 6,000 subscribers.
What's that like?
And
To go
this,
from 6,000 to 4 million. What is that like?
yeah, it's crazy. This happened in August actually. That I made that another video, Rasode Mein Kaun Tha, and actually that video took off. And because of that video, I got some recognition, and then people started subscribing me. So that week also, I put out that video on 20th August, and from 6,000 subscribers to 1 million, I got in 1 week. So that was the speed that in that 1 week I got from 6,000 to 1 million.
Wow.
And then kept on growing, and now I'm at, I think, 4.5. Yes, I'm at 4.5 million. So from these last few months have been really crazy for me.
Okay, so hold on.
wild.
So what was that 1 week like for you? Like, were you just surreal? Like you just walking on clouds everywhere? Like what is it? What did you say to your mom?
Absolutely, yeah. And I was like constantly checking, and my Instagram followers also. As soon as I used to refresh it every time the numbers used to go up. It was really amazing that 1 week. And after that also, as I kept on putting on content, people were still coming in, and they're still coming in till now also. So yes, it, like from then, it wasn't just for that 1 week. It is still going on, and something or the other, some other thing happens. Like I'm here on Jabi Koi's live channel right now. So yes, this was also on the list.
That's crazy, man.
I mean,
So,
I
but
can't even.
how long have you been like? Because people look at it as like overnight success, right? But like you've been doing this for a while. So how long?
Yes.
How long were you working away at this before you finally saw? Like
So YouTube, like my first YouTube video was in 2009. Like it was 11 years ago. A very bad cover of from Wake Me Up When September Ends. I played it on my piano, and I had one handy cam. I just put it on. I put on the recording button. I came back. I started playing, and you can see me going back and putting it off. So that entire video is there on YouTube. So that was 10, 11 years ago. And gradually I started making covers, Hindi covers. Then I started doing, so because of that, I started getting work also. People started approaching me for making jingles and, producing music for them. So that started happening. And 2, 3, I think 4 years ago, I started this parody videos. I used to take random dialogues and just jam with it. And Money Doesn't Matter was the first video of that in that series.
Oh, cool.
So yes, so that was the first one, and that got a little traction. People, I got to know that they are really enjoying this one, so I made a few more. And then Rasode Mein Kaun Tha, that 20th August video was the one which actually really blew up. Like celebrities started sharing it, and yes, so that was my turning point.
That's so when did you like actually start hanging out with celebrities for the first time or like talking to them? When was the very like is it in August all of this started to explode
How
and
could he? It's been
Yes.
lockdown,
so,
right?
India's been ahead of us.
Yeah, it's not even a year actually. August last year, this time I had released one of my originals,
Mm-hmm.
and I think lockdown has started at by this time. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, after this, I had made some small jingles and small a song I had made when the lockdown had, yeah, it was at the peak of the lockdown in August, I guess. And I made this video, and then after 2 days, celebrities had started commenting. They started sharing it on their, and one of them was Anurag Kashyap also. I know Jabby is a fan of Anurag.
Oh wow.
So that happened within. So he shared my video, then he DM'd me saying that he has seen other work that I've put on my
God.
YouTube, and he really liked it, and he said that you should after this lockdown come and meet me. So as soon as the lockdown ended, I went to Mumbai to meet him, and yeah, we met and we spoke. I made him hear my other music, and then he asked me ki, who is your guru, where did you learn from? Then I took names from Amit Trivedi, amazing music composer.
Yeah.
Then he took out his phone and set up a meeting with Amit sir for me. And that on the same day, I met Anurag sir in the noon. I met Amit Trivedi sir in the evening,
Oh my
and
god.
then I came back, and then like I was talking to a lot of celebrities in the DM, and I'm still talking to a few. Then I collaborated with a few. I'm collaborating with a few more. So some really interesting content is going to come in the next few months.
So
That's
for
incredible.
are you still like absorbing all this? Like, is this real, or is this like commonplace now?
No, it is still surreal, but more than that, it is it is a little. I feel a lot of pressure
Oh yeah.
to
Oh.
make content that if I'm getting that much of attention, and I should be able to deliver that. So more than everything else, I just have the pressure of making something that would match all this.
Mm-hmm.
So after getting all this, after getting all the access I have right now, I don't want to make something that would be average or
Sure.
not just be to that part. So
Right.
pressure is the, I feel I'm a little nervous with music right now,
Yeah.
so I'm dealing with it.
Hey man, you're doing great stuff. So I
Yeah.
mean, at some point, if you haven't already dealt with it, you're gonna have haters just because you have to,
Yeah,
you know. But like,
yeah.
it's you just gotta like we did an interview with. Do you know who Jordan Indian is by chance?
Jordan, no,
It's okay.
I
They're a comedy
just
duo on YouTube, and
all right.
we interviewed them, and they sort of just laugh at the hate comments. And one of them, Beat was like, we always see the comment that says, "You guys used to be funny," and it's like,
Yeah,
but it's like
yeah,
they just keep going ahead.
Yeah, it's like well, yeah, just keep doing you and you'll
Yeah,
be fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you'll
'cause
have your ups and downs, but it sounds like
yeah.
you're doing all the right things. So, we have a bunch of questions from the chats here. I saved a
Yes.
few of them. So, Ria Sharma says, please ask, this is a very common question, please ask him who inspired him.
Oh, so for these parody songs, there's a very good artist called Dub Sharma.
Hmm.
I saw one of his videos on Instagram, and there he used to take random stuff from the street. He used to record people just walking around on the railway station and all,
mhm.
and there he used to join them and cut. He used to make music out of that.
Hmm.
So I found that really interesting, and I always used to experiment with sound. So I had made a cappella videos before that. I used to experiment with my music production. I had made one. I made a song cover from Bahubali. I took one song and I removed all. I tried to make it an a cappella version of that. So I always used to try to experiment with the sounds. So that is there on my YouTube channel. So yeah, so I saw that video and that inspired me to. I just downloaded some other dialogues and just jammed with it. So yeah, Dub Sharma was there, and my musical inspiration has always been Amit Trivedi sir and A.R. Rahman. So they are like gods to.
Well,
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, those are two people who are definitely like worth,
Yeah.
having up there for sure.
We have a couple super chatters here. Mur Khan says, "Okay, Yash, bye. You have to make a video on Tarak Mehta. It's our love and Pariho Ri Hai and heard your Kia but loved it."
Yeah, Tarak Mehta is a very popular TV series here. Very, very popular.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have got so many requests for that. Yeah.
And then Ditya
I'll try.
Sharma says, "YASHRAJ, bye. Big fan. Been following before Rasoda. Love your song covers and jingles. You are blessed. Please make a video on Heavy Driver meme."
Oh, Heavy Driver. You must not be doing all these memes. No, these are very ethnic. That's a very rural meme that is rolling around here.
Yeah, we've heard of
Uh,
that one, but I don't think we've actually seen the like
yeah.
proper meme for it yet, and I don't even know if we would
All right.
get it if we did.
Aditya Sharma also asks, he does great mimicry as well, especially Irfan Khan. Sir, his Irfan Sir's videos got me tears. Someone in the chat was asking you, anytime someone tells me to make my guest perform, I just usually ignore it. But someone was asking you to do an Irfan Khan imitation, and I'm like we interviewed Aditi Haidari, and they're like, make her sing, and I'm like, why would I do that? That's so silly.
Yeah.
Like, have her do a
Yeah,
curtsy and
it's
spin around. Why don't I? So. But anyway, Aditya Sharma wanted to call out that you do a great Irfan impression. And Jaspal Singh asks, how was it hanging out with Tanmay Bhatt and Zakir Khan?
Oh, it was amazing. It was like this time yesterday, I was at their place, and we were having biryani, and we were having like mutton ghost and everything.
Was it vegetarian
And
biryani?
initially, yeah. No, it was. I think it was mutton biryani. I don't remember.
No, it's a
So,
joke.
yeah.
It's a joke on us.
And
Sorry,
there
you
was-
go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
so yeah. So we were there and hanging out first for an hour. We spoke. We played some games, and then Tanmay Bhatt and Zakir Khan they sat down and they started speaking, and we all of us were just listening to their conversation. It's like it's like a entire show. Like I could just call people and ask them to sit around and just listen to them. We talked like they have really wide the spectrum of knowledge, right from biology, right from we spoke about music, we spoke about comedy, we talked about finance. So I did not understand anything. It went off my head.
Yeah.
But yes, we really enjoyed it. And we were supposed to go there, have dinner, and take off, but we stayed there for the entire night, and we took off from there in the morning. So yes, really enjoyed.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't even imagine. But a lot of Indians who become like famous talent often like have a knowledgeable background of like something, right? Like you had studied engineering, or like everyone's had their schooling background.
Yeah.
But Tanmay Bhatt's new front is the finance game, I guess. I haven't watched any of his videos yet from that channel, but like, I don't know what inspired him to take that route, but I do know from a friend of mine that the finance YouTube channels are the biggest money makers.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even though their view count is probably less, the return on
The ad
the
revenue.
CPM, the ad revenue is so strong.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
on finance.
So-
that's what you should be doing next.
Yeah. So like if I was all about money, that's what I would be focusing on with regards to making a YouTube channel, just because like the money's good there. Anyway, so it's a smart move on his part.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Very
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hitin Hupal says, so regarding the biryani thing, we made a vlog called where we made vegetarian biryani, and everyone in the chat in the comments is like, that's not biryani, that's pulao. And I'm like,
That's
all right.
not biryani.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's why I was asking that
Veg
question.
biryani doesn't exist.
You said you watch our channel. I figured you'd know the video. Gosh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just joking.
This was when? This was
This
No,
was
it
like a couple
literally like last
It
last
It
weekend.
was last weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. We still haven't lived it
yeah.
down.
You're obviously hanging out with Modi and Tanmay Bhatt and Zakir Khan, and so you don't have time for our videos anymore. Hiten Upal says, can you ask YASHRAJ if he has any plans on collaborating with Tesher?
Oh, I would love to. Yeah, I like his music. Sometime, if possible, we would definitely collab.
Zoko says, "Hey, Yashraj, big fan of yours. How did your parents react when you wanted to become a music composer after completing
Yeah.
engineering? And what would you say to the prospective upcoming composers, like aspiring composers?"
Mm.
Oh, thank you, Zoko. And yes, like my dad always encouraging. Like he wanted me to do this, and so he was the one who brought me the first keyboard of my life. He also used to play the keyboard. He taught me how to play it, and later when I started developing my skills, then internet came in, and I learned the craft from there.
Mm.
So yeah, so that was never a problem. Even my mom was encouraging, but she was only at the point he do the degree first, have a plan B, secure yourself, and then you can take with the music. So yeah, and what was the last part of the question?
Oh, I deleted it
Oh,
already.
like
It's
what would
okay.
you say
Okay.
to aspiring
Oh yeah, what would you say?
composers coming up?
Yeah, that one. Sorry.
Composers, I'm also an aspiring composer right now. I've just have 4 songs out, so I can just say, like for content creators on YouTube, I don't actually know. I have just started. You just have to give your best and try to make something which is not already available on the internet or on the other platforms. So yeah, that is how you can make your way, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, I would say, because sometimes I get kind of, I guess, like freaked out by this whole idea of like, well, so many people are doing similar things. But I think what
Yeah.
each one of us brings to the table is that we're all uniquely different.
Hmm.
And so, if
Yeah.
someone else is making parody songs, they're not going to be exactly the same as your parody songs because you bring your unique
Right.
point of view
Right.
and your unique skill set to it. So, yeah,
Right.
just keep doing what you do and keep putting it out there.
As
Yeah.
someone
Keep your individual touch to whatever you make.
Yeah.
as someone who's made parody work, do you ever run into any issues?
Yeah. Like copyright issues.
Anything? Yeah.
Or people
Or
people
people or
reaching out to you
Uh,
and being like,
I,
"Hey, I didn't like the way you represented me in your video."
Actually, fortunately, that did not happen. Even with the Nityanand Baba's videos, I made that one parody, and his followers actually messaged me saying that we really liked it, and it was very funny. So I found it really cool that they took it in that way. And yeah, it's I don't know. It must have happened somewhere. Maybe I'm not aware of that, but yeah, nothing of that sort happened. Maybe I take the videos which are I don't know how does how did not that did not happen yet, but yeah,
That's cool.
I've little like from last my party video that was my latest
Yeah.
party videos that came.
Hmm.
I spoke to that girl and she was also really cool about that. She's from Pakistan, and
Uh-huh.
the day she put out the video, it had already started trending there. And I just took it and I just put beat to it and put it out, and I just sent it to her also,
Oh,
and she
wow.
was really cool about that. So it's all good.
That's great.
Well, yeah, because I wonder, how do you choose what things to put a beat to? Is it just like it, you just get inspiration, or is there like a very calculated way that you look at it?
I tried for a couple of videos. I tried that calculating thing.
Yeah.
I so I studied my older videos which had worked, and I tried to replicate that, and that obviously did not work then. So I just go with my instinct. Whatever I feel like will work, I just make. So this party video also, I saw it in the morning. By the noon, I had already finished mixing the entire song.
Mm-hmm.
I quickly shot it and edited and put it out. So if it is happening organically and instinctively, it always works. So things which I put a lot of mind and I mechanically think and design it, those things don't work for me that much.
Hmm.
I'm glad that you're not getting any backlash for your stuff. Like when the friends who made South Park did Book of Mormon.
Oh, yeah.
The Mormons actually appreciated it for some reason. Like because
Well, I think it's like because at least from what we've seen of yours, it doesn't seem mean-spirited.
right.
It's just all in good fun,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's nice.
right.
So, yeah, It's
Yeah, like initially, my intention was not to make something very funny. Initially, my intention was to make something musical. So if someone gets to, and this was the way to get into that. So if something is funny, people wait there to watch the video, and with that video, I can, make them listen to my music production skills, and that
Yeah.
was the intention. That is why I started making these videos in the first place. And that happened, that actually helped me. So Vishal Bharadwaj sir, he also told me, uh, you have this musical ear, I could see that in your videos.
Mhm.
And that's exactly what I wanted, and that really fit right. So maybe that's why I wasn't making those videos to make people laugh. I was just wanted to entertain them a little bit, and with that I was just providing them my music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you? This is a weird question, but like since hanging out with celebrities
Yeah.
and talking to them and whatnot, have you dealt with any like imposter syndrome at all? Because I think anyone who gets famous, like they start dealing with imposter
Yeah.
syndrome at some point. Have you dealt with it yet?
What is imposter symptom? But
Uh,
Imposter
I have
syndrome. Go ahead.
no
imposter.
idea.
Oh, I mean, imposter syndrome
Imposter syndrome.
is like when you think when you start having those thoughts of like, oh my god, I don't really deserve to be here. I'm like the imposter in the room.
Yeah.
Like everyone else is so much more talented than me. What am I even doing here? Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. That I felt yesterday. Like I used to do these. While when I have only seen, we only see Tanmay but or Zakir Khan in the videos when they're
Right.
Yeah.
actually performing. There's a proper setup. They are on the stage sometimes.
Mhm.
So there's another way they speak there. So I used to think that there is craft involved here. They must have rehearsed this like multiple times, and after that it has come out, and we have seen the fully finished part on the YouTube, on the video.
Mm-hmm.
But when I met them, I realized though they are actually like that. They are actually that fun people to hang out with, and they actually come up with one liners like this. They are very quick. They are very intelligent people,
Yeah.
and it is not something that they have crafted. Like the people you see in the video, they are those people. They
Yeah.
are like that, and the knowledge after a point when they started speaking about when we shifted from music to biology, there was like one 30-minute session where Tanmay Bhatt is explaining how this some cortex in your brain works, and how composition takes place, and why do you like some parts of composition, why do you like A.R. Rahman's music more than other people's music. I was like, oh my god, I did not think of this.
Wow.
So yeah, that is when you feel that you have so much to learn. And yes,
Right.
that
That's intense. I can
Yeah.
imagine how intense that feels. But you're in the
Yeah.
room with them, so
Yeah,
that's
that's
what matters.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Tanmay Bot maybe is thinking, hey, I don't know if I'm as good as this YASHRAJ guy.
Yeah, like he's so talented, you know?
No, I also I also talked about so Shah Rukh Khan. I think you have also reacted to one of his podcasts with Shah Rukh sir.
Yes. Yeah, with
AIB
AIB.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I talked to him. That's the best Shah Rukh Khan interview I've ever seen. Like that also I wanted to know how is Shah Rukh Khan in real life, and he told me that he's even funnier when he's off camera, and he's also the same person. He has like knowledge from all spectrums of like you can talk to him about anything, and you'll be able to make conversation there.
Did Tanmay?
These people are like really.
Prabhakar asked a very interesting question. I want to ask it now. Did Tanmay vlog while you were there?
Oh no, actually, so we went at Zakir sir's place for dinner, and he came there later. I think if we had gone at his place, I would be in the vlog. But yeah, we are going to we are in touch. I think we'll meet soon again. So maybe sometime.
Santosh S asks, who is your favorite music director? Do you have one?
I have two. Like I said, Amit Trivedi sir and A.R. Rahman.
Okay.
Yeah.
If there's
Those are,
repeat
like, the
questions, I
best.
apologize. There's like sometimes people
Yeah, no problem.
people come in and Prabhakar Kamath says, what do you think about the current Indian music industry? Would you like to create, compose an original song for a film or maybe personal albums? I mean, we've established some of these things, but this specific
Yeah.
question that's interesting here is, what do you think about the current Indian music industry?
Yeah.
So I am, if I get a chance to, make songs for a Bollywood film,
Hmm.
I would be really happy to do that. But now it has become very democratic. Now it is the best place or best time to be in for creators, for music composers, even for filmmakers. If you have like, I don't know about films, but I can talk about music. If you have good music to present, you just have to make it and put it in the public domain. That is the only thing you have to do.
Hmm.
So making good music is the only task you have right now. Taking it to the audience, I don't think, like, a few years ago, when the internet thing was not this big,
Mm-hmm.
being in movies and taking your music in Bollywood, it was a really big deal. Like having a song played in one of the films,
Hmm.
it was a big thing. It still is a big thing, but I'm saying that you still have, now you have options. Like if I make a good song now, I just have to put it on my YouTube channel, and I'll know if it is good or not. People will tell me.
Right.
So it is much easier. It is like, it's, you have the platform right in front of you. You can just use your phone and just put it out. So it's been easy, actually, like much easier than how it was years ago.
It seems like you really appreciate the technology.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because I learned everything from YouTube, like from like very basic things, right from recording, what is an interface, how to record songs, how does they, which software do they use, like very very basic things I learned from YouTube, and that has helped me. And
Yeah.
now I am a YouTuber now,
Yeah.
officially a YouTuber. So yeah, that helps.
Yeah, it's a weird time to be alive where the thing giving you information is also the thing where you're making money. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's so bizarre. Like the other day, I was learning about technical post production stuff from YouTube, and I'm like, this is wild. Like I can just search it
yeah,
up,
yeah.
and then boom, there it is. And I'm
Yeah.
also uploading to that same thing that I am getting information from. It's a very strange time.
Right.
A long time ago, I
Yeah.
was working on a music video, and there was this young female artist. She was like 14 years old. I've mentioned this on the channels before,
Mhm.
and I asked her, "How did you get into this? How did you learn?" And she's like, "Just YouTube. I learned how to use Pro Tools. I learned how to play guitar and piano and all these things from YouTube."
Right.
And it's like it's just crazy. And the only thing
Right.
standing between you and learning is your desire.
Yeah.
Your willingness to do.
Exactly. Exactly.
Man of Culture asks, "Do you feel like you have created a genre on YouTube, music parody, or is there an inspiration idea for from where this started?" I think we covered this already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. S
Yeah. Dab Sharma used to do that already.
And then Debanjan Dutt says, "YASHRAJ Bhaiya, you were so sweet in person. In your potty parody, you had a dead serious face. I was like, I don't want to be in front of him when he is pissed."
So yeah, that was intentional. That was a performance. I think that is what made it a little funny. Yes.
Utsav Michael says, "Money doesn't matter. Awesome, man. Tanmay did a vlog on your next video. I like the Golmaal acapella too. Do a version on Jabby's reaction
Oh
someday." I
my
didn't see this.
God.
I didn't see the
Yeah.
entire question before reading it.
Oh,
um, yeah, I mean, if you want to make
I'd
fun of
love
me,
to do something with your channel sometime.
yeah,
Oh
that'd be
my
cool.
God.
Ashutosh Bajpai says, "You seem to be fond of the Uri album. I believe it's the best music album for action movie. Thoughts? Also, I really loved Yuva acapella and Ao Na beatbox.
Oh.
So you're a big fan of the Uri album?
Yeah, Uri the film also. I love the film, and actually that also, I there was a very popular dialogue in that film, How's the Josh.
Yes.
Hmm.
That time also, I just recorded that on my phone when I went into the theaters. I recorded on my phone that part of the dialogue,
Hmm.
and I got home back and I made an entire song using that dialogue. That is also there. That was my first YouTube video which crossed 1 million views.
Ah.
So yes, that was, I think, 2 years ago.
Has
Yes,
Vicky talked to
when
you
the
yet?
film came out. No, I don't know. I spammed him everywhere, on Twitter, on Instagram. I sent the video. I don't know. He just didn't reply. Maybe he
Uh,
didn't see it.
well, I'll see if like through our contacts I can get it to him. He's probably seen it though. He's probably seen it. But we got to interview him
Yeah,
a
I have
long
no
time. We
idea.
got to interview him for Uri, and so through my
Right,
contacts.
right.
I'll see if I can get it in front of him if he hasn't seen it already.
Sure, sure.
And maybe you guys can talk or something. Dr. Drake Ramore, I'm sure that my route is way slower than yours. I'm sure you'll
Yeah.
talk to him before I do. So, Dr. Drake Ramore it says, "What about your upcoming originals? Because I loved your Uch Lingo Mach Lingo, and now it's my ringtone."
Much lingo, much lingo.
He says it's his
Yeah. Oh,
ringtone. What is
thank
that
you so
like?
much.
What's
Yeah,
that?
that was so that was the song I made last year at this time
Yeah.
when the lockdown started. I composed this song, and so my friend wrote it. Like the lyricist of and there was another singer in the video in the song. There was one lyricist and one other singer. I have never met them. So she stays in Toronto. That other guy stays in some other city here in India, and we never met, and we made that song online, collaborated that like that way. So yeah,
Wow.
and it was a very spontaneous song. Again, I really like it. So I'm so glad that he mentioned that. And yes, so similar things are going to come in a few months. So I'm working on that.
That's awesome.
But-
Just a quick question.
But on that, like, what's it like for you knowing that it's somebody's ringtone?
Oh yeah, it's great
Yeah.
actually. Because it's great because I designed it in a way I know which I even know which part is the must have been his ringtone.
Okay.
So I know it was designed in that way that it could pick up like that.
I can't wait for my laugh to become someone's ringtone.
Okay,
Anyway, go ahead.
challenge on. No, because speaking of that, just piggybacking off it, how has lockdown impacted your creativity, if at all?
Actually, I have always been a very introverted person. So before the lockdown, also, there were weeks I never used to get out of my house. I always so my studio is right next to my house. So I just in the morning I just have my breakfast. I go into the studio and I just sometimes even if there is no work, I just go there and just jam. I just sing random stuff. So that was my routine, and that is still my routine. So when the lockdown started, actually nothing much changed for me that much. I just used to go to the studio, but there was a lot of so it is never very pleasant where so many there's negativity around in the world. That happened for a little while, but after some time I was fine. So I created a few things, and this I think when people had already consumed so much content in the lockdown,
Yeah.
and they wanted to see something new. So maybe that is why my videos worked in that time.
Yeah.
That is also one of the reasons.
Since blowing up, are there any, this is like a nerd question, are there any toys that you've bought that you've been like eyeballing for the longest time, like for creation?
Oh yeah. That there's a plugin in my software which I always wanted to buy,
Yeah.
and after this blew up, I just went to the website and downloaded the first thing I did.
That's cool. I mean, that's one of the cool things, like, is the finally having access to some of the tools you've been
Yeah.
like craving for the
Right,
longest time.
right.
Aditi Patil
Yes.
says, Yash, you are lovely. I love you both as a person and an artist. What do you think of the current state of music in Bollywood and Indian pop? I'm tired of the remakes. You cannot answer. You can, if you're not comfortable, you don't have to answer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, remix and all. I don't know. Some people like it, so they are producing remixes because they are generating a revenue out of those songs. So we really can't blame the companies or labels for that.
Right.
But yeah, the remixes are really, some of them are really bad, and I don't enjoy them that much. And I take it very personally when they touch Rahman's song, AR Sir songs. So I just don't like when they make a remix of a very beautiful song, which is already ahead of its time. You can't, there's no way you can reproduce it or remix it or make it sound a particular way that it will be relevant for today's audience. It is already way ahead.
Right.
So yeah, that is when I don't like it. But so it is on us to give it that attention or no, because if they are making money out of it, they are going to keep making it.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's true.
nothing can stop that.
I mean, yeah, that's one of the cool things about being an outsider is, like, when I hear it for the first time, like, I have a better chance of being into it than someone who's grown up with that song. You know?
Right. Yeah, because you have
Yeah,
no idea that
Yeah.
it is a
Because
remake.
people get mad sometimes because I'll do a music video reaction or something. They'll be like, no, this is not as good as the original. I'm like, yeah, but this is dope to me.
yeah,
Like I've never heard of it. So
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and so I would imagine that there's got to be some people when they hear these remakes that have, I mean, maybe because they're young enough that they've never heard the original. You
Yeah,
know?
I
yeah,
mean, that
that is the
happens.
case, and that is why they're getting to that. They get like the kind of views those videos get. It is insane.
Yeah.
And then you see like there are people who give them the views, and then there are people who criticize the song. So the equal number of people who do that. That's
Right.
why
I mean, it's all there's no such thing as bad press, is what like they like to say over
yeah.
here in the States.
Yeah.
And so Anubhuti Dewan says, just wanted to say I'm a huge fan. Kya karu main itni sundar hun and hum dono nagin hai
हम
are
दोनों नागिन हैं.
our favorites.
Yeah.
My whole family enjoys your videos.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
Oh.
really cool.
Thank you so much.
And then Deb
Yeah,
Deeps.
so there's
Oh,
क्या
go-
करूँ मैं इतनी सुंदर हूँ and हम दोनों नागिन हैं.
Yeah. Deep Roy says, how do you select the video which you mean to customize? Do you go through thousands of videos or do you just look at some trending ones? I'm just honoring his question. I know you've
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very instinctive. As I said, I just randomly save. So as I'm scrolling through my Facebook or Instagram, if I see something interesting, I just save it in my saved videos.
Mhm.
And when I go to the studio, I just randomly start. And there are so many videos that I started making, and then midway I realized that it is not going anywhere, so I just stopped making it.
Yeah.
So these are the videos which ended up I completed them. So yes, there are many videos that I have not made.
Does it ever feel like kind of sad when you've put in the time to work on something and then you're finally like, yeah, I just gotta let this go? Like, how do you come to that realization?
Yeah. So the time, like I try my best to complete it, but at a point you realize that you're just going to spoil it. It is better that you just leave it. And so if there have been times where I have I start an idea, it's very interesting at the start, but midway I realize that something is going wrong, but then I still forcefully try to finish it, but then I don't even like the entire product. So
Yeah.
instead of doing that full thing, it's better halfway when you realize it, you should just stop it and start over again.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, is there, besides music, is there anything else in the industry that interests you?
There's filmmaking. I'm like, I don't know, but yes, I really enjoy the process of filmmaking. I really like the process of editing. So that is why like all my videos, I shoot it on my tripod. I do everything myself, like right till the editing of it. I enjoy every process of it.
Yeah.
So yes, filmmaking is something I really enjoy.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite film?
Oh, I have many favorite films.
But like,
I
is
have
there one at the top?
One at the top, which I can remember right now, is Sriram Raghavan's Johnny Gaddar. I think you have done a reaction for that trailer. I don't remember exactly. Johnny Gaddar is a video. So you have seen Andhadhun?
Mhm.
Andhadhun you have seen.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the same director. Johnny Gaddar was his second film.
Oh, now I gotta watch that.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You must watch it. You are going to love it. Yeah.
Okay, for sure. Do you have a favorite American film?
I think that one which comes to my top of my head is The Dark Knight. Like that's my all-time favorite film.
That's cool. All right. Serena Vasan says, would love to know what YASHRAJ thinks about Weird Al, and if Weird Al was an inspiration for YASHRAJ.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know about Weird Al.
Oh, you've never heard of Weird Al?
I'll
Okay,
have
so
to Google
Weird
it.
Al Yankovic is
No.
He's a very, very famous American parody artist. He used to be bigger.
Oh,
Yeah, he used to be bigger back in the 80s and 90s. Now he's not as famous. He'll just randomly release like
All right.
one song here and there, but his parodies are generally
Okay.
speaking like stellar, just like really, really, really
Oh.
good. Do you know the Michael Jackson album Bad?
yeah.
He did a whole album called Fat. And so it's
Oh.
instead of I'm bad, I'm fat. Like back when you could make jokes about being fat. Like he
Right.
he had that, and when Coolio came out with Gangster's Paradise, he came out with Amish Paradise. Like
yeah.
he's just,
I get it.
you'll enjoy his stuff, especially his music videos. Like that's more what he focuses on now is like these random singles, and he'll make like these really cool one-off music videos. So I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you, like some of his best stuff.
Sure.
And so Dr. Drake Ramore comes back in again. He says, you weren't the first to do parody songs, though the audience embraced you very well than others. What do you think is the difference between you and other creators?
Maybe, yeah. So that one video which got viral, no, it was of a very popular TV series which got over in 2009. But it was very popular. Like everyone in India knew about the characters, and it was like Tarak Mehta. It was a serious series, but it was very loud acting, very loud performances, very loud. Everything was very loud there. So yeah, people knew it as a series where everything is very, over the top. So yeah, it was a very popular series, and that is why when I made something of that, so people just stay to watch just looking at the thumbnail. So people already knew about the series, and maybe that's why it got that mainstream audience that I got.
Gotcha. Someone has a question here, but I'm going to just truncate it down. Peter Parker says, Dinchak Puja. I just want to see your face.
Oh, have you seen any of our videos?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to see your face when I say the name.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
Oh man, she's amazing. She's something else.
is it a joke? Is it serious? How do you feel about it?
Oh my God. Dinchak Puja she has her own way of, like interpreting music. And
That's a very nice way to put it.
what would I do? Yeah.
Okay, have you heard of Tommy Wiseau?
Tommy Wiseau, no.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
So Tommy Wiseau, no, I mean it's not a big deal if you haven't heard of him, but he made this movie which is in the States considered the worst movie of all time.
Yeah. Hands down.
Oh.
Yeah, and the movie's called The Room, right? And so
they made a movie on it called The Disaster Artist, just in case you've seen that one or if you've heard of that one.
Oh no.
yeah, and so basically The Room got really famous for being bad. And initially Tommy Wiseau, he didn't feel great about this. But then he's like, you know what? I'm going to embrace this. And he made a follow-up film called Best Friends. And if you've ever seen Kristen Stephenson Pino on our channel, she's a frequent guest. She was a star in that movie. That's how we met her. And but all this to say, what Tommy Wiseau did was he decided to embrace the cheese, the cringe, and just make more of that. And I noticed that Dinchak Puja did the same thing, where she's like, you know what, screw it.
I guess.
Yeah, she just embraced it because she's made more stuff, and it's just all
Right.
It's like, but I think she's just embracing it. So, I mean, hey, more power.
Maybe.
I think
people are watching her videos. Like she is getting the numbers.
Exactly.
People go there and watch it. They don't like it. They say it in the comments that they don't like it, but she is getting the views. She's doing it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly. So in the end, she has the last laugh, I think. As long as she's like comfortable with herself. But Aditi Patil says, what does he think of Mayur Jumani and Anshuman Sharma? I think there is a friendship.
Mayur Jumani and Anshuman Sharma are people. They are also like very good music producers. So they also make these parody meme songs, and they're amazing musicians, both of them. I really like their music, and they like he also made like 2-3 videos of his are really good, and they were also, one of them was really viral. I think you should watch one of his videos where he took a dialogue from Trump's speech and he just played with it. So I think
didn't we see that?
you'd like it.
Is that the one? Is that
like filthy, that one?
Is it that
Yeah,
one?
yeah, right. That's
Oh my God! When Jabby first saw that video, he was like, "Achara," and then he sent it to me, and then I watched it. I was like, "Oh my God, this is hilarious!" And he literally had it on repeat. He was just like,
it's a very addictive tune.
Oh, it's that video makes me laugh really hard.
Right.
Like it's just ridiculous.
It's
I
so
get too much joy. I feel guilty how much joy I get out of that video because it's so stupid. So Tanishi, I just want to say we've already covered this in earlier. He says, ask him if the people you've made songs on get offended. We already talked about it. If you just want to DVR back,
Rewind. Yeah.
and then Samir Mishra, would you ask him please what's his opinion on Krishna as an artist?
Krishna is an artist. Oh, I have only heard one album of his, and 1 years ago I just got one chance to talk with him on the phone, and that time he was doing some collaboration with some international artists. So yeah, after that I haven't heard much of it, but whatever I have heard I really like. Yes.
Okay. Off of that question, I wanted to ask you, because I find that whenever I talk to people who are in the music scene, such as a friend of ours who made the main song that I use on this channel a lot. His name is Davis, not on this channel, on Jabby Kuwait. And what I find interesting is because I can be very close-minded when it comes to music, like I'm very picky. But whenever I talk to a music artist of any genre, they seem to have a very wide, what do you call it, taste. And so for you, it makes me very curious. How do you feel about the upcoming hip hop scene in India?
Oh yeah, it's great. I had no knowledge that it existed before, like a few years ago, and it's great. Like so many people have started. Like the rap scene, the hip hop rap scene is amazing, and it is coming into the mainstream now after Gully Boy.
Yeah.
People have really started recognizing it as a genre, proper genre. Before that, it wasn't that much. Before that, there was rap. So there was Honey Singh, the artists like Honey Singh. There was Badshah. Raftar was also there, but it wasn't in the mainstream.
Yeah.
Only Honey Singh was in the mainstream, I guess. But after Gully Boy, it got some nice credibility, and it's happening. It's going great now.
What do you think about its? And this is not a question you have to answer if you don't feel comfortable answering it. What do you think about its potential impact on the youth in India? Because that was a long-running discussion. That's still, I mean, not as much today, but 15 years ago, 10 years ago, it was a huge discussion here in the States of what is the impact of this music on the youth? How is it going to, change their, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to answer, repeat my question.
Yeah. No, I think a particular genre, I don't think it will have a particular impact on the youth. There's multiple things that come with that. So if hip hop, I don't think it in particular, because there won't be anyone in India, because the music here, which we make, the Bollywood music, it's a combination of multiple things. We have multiple genres. There's in one song you'll get hip hop, there's pop, there is rock, there's everything together is happening in one song. And then we have our own classical music also. So I don't think there's if a youngster is exposed, there won't be a time in there won't be any time where a youngster will be only exposed to one kind of music. There will always be influences of other.
That's actually a very fair response, I guess, because like when I look at the Indian film industry, I see the same thing happening, because it seems like you have that very classic style of Indian films and then the new modern style, and it's all happening at the same time, and both are doing well. That's the interesting thing,
right?
Because over here, it seems like we just sort of pick one thing. It's like, okay, hip hop's the thing, and everyone, and like hip hop is everywhere. It's ubiquitous, all over TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and stuff. And then like now it's all Marvel movies or whatever. It's like we don't have this sort of simultaneous, concurrent trends that India does, which I like about India. So Billow asks, what advice would you give to beginners who are nervous?
Oh, even I am nervous, bro. I don't even. I'm nervous for my other content, which I'm going to put next. So it's good to be nervous. You can just put those energies and make something creative out of that.
Yeah. Ashutosh Bajpai, what do you think about Lin-Manuel Miranda and Hans Zimmer? Also, what is your favorite non-Indian background score original soundtrack?
Oh, Hans Zimmer, I took one of his masterclass on one of the websites. He's one amazing person. I haven't heard much, I haven't heard all of his music, but I've heard the main scores and the main music. I totally enjoyed it. And the one thing I remember from his masterclass is he said that so to make to make music for a very big commercial superhero film, it is not necessary that you record it on a very big, like the idea has to be big. It can be in your head, and you can make it on an iPad also. So it doesn't have to be very big. The idea has to be big. And within just the background score of Dark Knight he was talking about, there are only two notes playing, and he played it. He showed the entire process of recording the score of the Dark Knight. It's amazing. And now when you see the movie after he is explained, you realize what impact that one note or two notes is making on your conscious while watching the film. So it's really interesting. I totally enjoyed it.
How do you feel about the fact that Hans Zimmer has a lot of ghostwriters?
Ghost Rider, what do you mean exactly?
It seems like he has a lot of people who sort of make music for him.
Yeah, he has a team.
He has a team, and he goes, "I like that. I
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
he-
like that."
Yeah. I think he explained that to a certain extent in the masterclass also.
Okay.
But when it's like it's the ultimate authority that matters. What you choose out of that is also a skill. It's not that easy,
Right.
I guess.
That's true. That's true. I didn't. You know what? I didn't consider that. It sort of messes with my head a lot when I see that people have teams or ghostwriters.
Yeah.
Like James Patterson, he has a lot of writers that work for him. He's a novelist whose books I read, and it's like it's weird to like know that I'm reading something that was composed by or was created by a team and not just him. But like you actually like helped me to see a new perspective on that. Like it takes talent to be able to see what works and what doesn't, to act as more of a producer in these sort of situations.
You're just curating stuff that speaks to your voice.
Right.
So.
And so Deb Deep Roy says, what do you think about the sudden boom of old Hindi song remakes? We covered that already. Sketchy Scorpios, thank you for your super chat. Utsav Michael, parody on Jabby's Hindi bloopers. Hashtag Bahutara.
Bahut hara bara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would
Bahut hara bhara.
Yeah. That's
And Jijo Phillips says The Room is Bollywood's version of the movie Desh Drohi. Cringe to another level. And
Oh yeah, Desro is one of the very cringy films here.
Gotcha.
I think you should really react to all these amazing. I'll just send you a list of all these films.
Okay.
It's really funny.
Okay. Dr. Kanchan Kanpal says, who are some of your favorite YouTubers?
Oh, in India, there is there's a guy called Dhruv Rathi.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So he's at I think he's also at 6. I think he has 6 million subscribers.
Okay.
But really good content, right? Really, he like his he is. It's his channel is political, and he just gives information, but very tight content. He has like longer videos also, more than 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes videos, but very tight content, very well shot, well edited, it's very well lit, and very nice content. I really like. So that he's on the top here in India. And outside there's you guys. Like I don't see a lot of other YouTubers. So yes, so there's you guys, and in India there's of course Dhruv Rathi.
That's cool. Have you heard of Tushar Lal?
Tushar Lal, yes.
Have you
Amazing composer, yes.
Have you spoken with him at all?
I think yes, I have spoken with him
Okay,
on Instagram once or twice. Yes.
Okay. Well, if you ever want to connect with him, let me know. We hung out. Yeah, we hung out at Universal City Walk or Universal Studios because he's a big fan of Harry Potter, and so
yeah. He has made the Indian version of the theme song of the Harry Potter series.
Yes.
Right. It's very popular here.
Yeah.
He's got his Hufflepuff outfit or whatever he bought.
I forgot which house he bought. I don't know.
Are you a Harry Potter fan?
I haven't seen Harry Potter yet.
Oh, well, good on you.
How did you?
The books
how
are
did
better.
you miss that?
The books are
just
better.
Read the books. It's
Yeah.
fine.
The books are better.
Yeah.
Rishab Tiwari says, ask him about BCS, Bakchod Sangeetkar.
Sangeetkar.
Oh, there's Bakchod Sangeetkar.
Yeah.
Yes, there's another musician here in India. Again, a very good composer, and he makes songs using abusers in the. It's very funny actually, but yeah, it's a very good composer. He also made a video. I think it was 2 years ago. some song he made, and it also it blew up. So he was also one of those artists who got immediate attraction.
This question's been coming up for the entire chat. I don't know if it's from the same person. Rajat Potdar says, ask him who is Sanket Sharma.
Oh, yeah. Many people asking that. Sanket Sharma is my very close friend. I don't know how these people know about it.
Okay. Well, like who is he? Did you grow up with him, or like? Because I don't know.
Yeah. He's my he's my childhood friend. We have been in the same school.
Okay.
And I don't know how do these guys? I think
Well, get used to that, dude.
I don't know how these guys.
Get used to that. People trying to like come into like every part of your life and existence and find out everything about you. Just get used to that. That's just that becomes normal.
Crazy.
You know, like for me, I've tried to hide my mom's ethnicity and my age and my height.
Right.
Everybody, and it's so easy to find.
And it's so easy to
Oh
find.
yeah, I saw one like after this video went viral, I saw one website. They put my entire family's wrong information, of course, and names and my height and my eye color and hair color, and they just went on my Instagram with the older pictures, and they just made something out of it. They called someone my sister, they called someone my girlfriend, and something we messed up, and it's all there.
That's funny. 6'6", blue eyes.
Yep, exactly.
Gijo Philip asks, tells Yash he has to do one parody of the legendary Kyunki Sas Bhi Kabhi Bahuti. I swear it'd be
that's another very popular series from here.
And Kuku Chiku, this is to Uchara. He says meow. And then the most important question is from Tech V138. He asks, is he sitting in his kitchen?
No, I'm actually not in my studio right now. That is why the light is not great here. I'm in my house, so I just got my laptop here.
Which city do you live in?
I live in Aurangabad, which is I think 7 hours from Mumbai.
Oh wow. Okay. So is it kind of nice to be able to be like a little bit removed from?
Yeah, it's absolutely great. And Mumbai is something that's very, it's very fast paced, and my mind just doesn't work there. So it's very calm here in my city. It's very calm, and even here I stay in the suburbs. So I really enjoy it here. The air is great, and there's no noise around.
Yeah. You might have covered this already, but I'm going to try asking it anyway. Do you have a particular place that you find ideas come to you the most? Like for me, it's the toilet and the shower.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say that. The bathroom is the place. Yeah, most ideas. Maybe because I don't know why that happens. I have heard this from many people. Like I saw one interview of Amal Malik also. I saw one interview of another composer. I have heard this a lot. Like most amazing ideas come when you're in the
bathroom. Those are all my questions, man. And really, really appreciate. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna like kind of close this out for the audience, but I really appreciate you doing this and taking the time aside and staying up to have this interview with us. Really, really appreciate it. And looking forward to more of your stuff, and hopefully we can collaborate again on something.
Absolutely, I would love to.
Yeah,
I have so many. I have a list of films and trailers that you must try.
Oh, for sure, man.
I'm going to send it to you.
That'd be fun.
Send it our way.
All right, y'all be good. Make sure to follow him on his YouTube channel and on his Instagram and all the good stuff. It'll be in the description after Achara updates that in the next couple minutes. Peace out.